I just wanted the glow. The one that they promised you on the cover of those magazines. Well, I'm calling it. Pregnancy sucks. Making a human being is really hard. I have no control over my body or my emotions. Scare Bear, I'm sorry. All I want to do is punch you in the face.
One thing that I've noticed, and rightfully so, is that women that are pregnant use pregnancy as an excuse for everything. Like if you're in a bad mood, if you're doing, you know, I'm pregnant, it's fine.
Right.
So what is something that you guys have done that you have been able to justify by saying, you know what, I'm an actor?
That's a good question.
I'm trying to make you guys think.
Yeah, no, it's the first time we're having today.
I don't I don't know. You know, I try not to have any excuses about very much, except for when I'm tardy and I'm late. And so I guess I could say, oh, you know what, I got caught up. I had paparazzi and, you know, they, you know, wasted a bunch of my time. But then I'm not really lying about it.
It's
I'm
legit.
just, exactly, it's legit.
You have a good reputation on the junkets, though, for being someone that's on time. And
good.
So you're respected in that.
Okay,
that
perfect,
sense. So
perfect.
I feel the same way though. I don't give excuses. I am. You see what you get.
I will tell you the real reason why I'm not here. Like,
Right,
I'll
yeah.
you know what I mean? Or I'll tell you the real reason why something isn't happening the way it's expected to.
Right.
Ooh, that's a bad excuse.
I don't know if I've ever used it because I would be people be like, oh, stop.
Yeah, it's sort of terrible.
Yeah, like, can you imagine, like, excuse me, I'm an actor. People be like, taste my fist, actor.
Bam!
Yeah. So I think you'd be tasting lots of knuckles.
I know, I think so too.
So I've never used it.
So you guys are
My answer
much
is
nicer
never.
people than me. I would use it all the time.
What would you
What would you
use?
get?
What would you
I'm like
get?
in line at Starbucks. I'm like, oh, this line's far too long. Excuse me, I'm an actor.
Oh God, I
think
think you get tackled.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That would
yeah.
not. I would like to see how that goes for
Yeah.
you.
She
But
just wants to see me get tackled.
Yeah,
she
maybe.
always wishes the worst for
I
me.
do.
Oh man.
She's
Well,
an
you
actor.
could. I
She's an
mean,
actor.
like if you wanted to, you could go crazy on it,
Right?
right? I mean,
People have.
like you know,
Justify tax
I
evasion?
was sort of raised in a shame-based,
Totally kidding.
you know, society.
Totally
so
kidding.
I don't think that I could fully go for that.
Shame-based
But you
society.
could, you know, if you wanted to be a
I can justify the ice
jerk
cream on
about
the first
it,
class. That's
you
about
could
it.
just be like, you know, oh, I'm just in this strip club for research, and
Right.
I'm just stealing this car for research,
Right.
And, you know.
What's the craziest thing you guys have done for research?
Read this book.
We reserve the deluxe suite.
This is your father. Husband, he's my husband. A lot of people say that.
I thought you said cute, Marshall, not hot.
Well done, Rosie. Well done.
You said I was cute?
Obviously, everyone's very excited about this film. It's based on a self-help book. It's, you know, written by an expert. If you guys were going to write a self-help book, what are you an expert about that you could write a book about? And more importantly, what would be tip number one?
I would write a self-help book about writing self-help books.
Wow.
Nice.
See what I mean? See
I
what
like
I mean?
that.
And that
So
way,
meta.
if you wanted to really write one,
You'd be like, God, if
have
only there
help.
were a book.
then I would be like, if you want to write
You have
one
to
of these,
consult yourself.
you would consult
But it'd be
yourself.
like a never-ending loop.
Right.
Right.
You
That would
keep
get
writing
so
books
weird.
about
Writing books about writing
Writing
books.
Yeah.
It just keeps going.
Yeah, it never stops.
I love it.
I get a little OCD about like my bathroom and the closet and stuff, and I kind of alternate between like total chaos hoarding situation
Right.
and like full on like Martha Stewart organized. So I would write a self-help book
Hoarding
about
pets or
like
hoarding like
no,
objects?
not pet hoarders. That's another level of hoarding.
Like dead birds and stuff? Okay, yeah, I don't do that either.
But I could get seriously organized.
What's tip number one?
Dangerously organized.
Nice.
No, I don't know. I don't know. You'll have to read the book.
Okay, cool.
You'll have to
Okay.
read the book.
She's not going to just throw it out
Tip
there.
number
Yeah.
one, don't sleep
Right.
around.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What does that got to do with organizing? You're the worst at
That's
this.
why it's a great self-help book. It covers all angles.
I think I'm an expert at skydiving.
Nice.
Tip number one would probably be check your parachute before you jump.
Well done. Smart. That's really all you need to know,
Are
right?
you an expert at skydiving?
Yeah.
You are? I didn't know that. Why didn't I know that?
I don't know.
I feel like we can't have a baby now. I didn't know. Like,
The risk
Like,
factor.
Rest of it, right? Scratch it off.
I can't believe I have a baby with you. Oh my god. What am I an expert at? Well, I know everything.
Well, yeah, I mean, come on, let's be honest. I will say she does know we drove through the streets of Spain together. So I can say,
yes.
so stunt driving,
Yes,
you could definitely knock
drive.
that out.
I can drive you. But I don't know. Maybe like health and fitness.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Body
See?
information.
So if
Information
I'm-
about the body.
If I'm going to get healthy and fit in order to go skydiving.
But I don't call myself an expert. It's just something that I'm passionate
About. That's much more humble.
Yes.
I like that.
Yeah, I'm not humble.
Yeah, expert at skydiving.
Dude, she's totally doing him.
If I knew I was gonna have a rack this gorgeous, I would have gotten knocked up years ago.
We're gonna be a family.
Dudes group. You want Alex ready? Send him to the dudes.
Throw your hands in the air if you's a true player. To the honeys getting money, playing fellas like dummies.
You drop your kid on a changing table?
Stuff just happens, okay? Last week, my kid ate a cigarette.
I caught him playing in the dryer yesterday. I picked up the wrong baby from daycare.
Found my baby swimming in the toilet. No judging.
I will say one of the things I did think was very interesting is that a lot of the women begin to figure out that being pregnant isn't as fun or as glamorous as they thought it was going to be. So I was wondering, whenever you guys got into this business, was there ever anything that happened that made you realize that maybe this business isn't as fun or as glamorous as you guys thought it was going to be?
Whenever you see a girl in a dress, like a with spaghetti straps or whatever, and it's cold, and like that's whatever, that's a whole other thing. But the thing that people don't even think about is there's usually a radio mic on you, and like where is it? It's like it's always just like so. It's like it's in some insanely uncomfortable place, and you have to be like hiding it. Like it's, you know, they put it on your bra strap, but then you can't, you know, you gotta be like all slick about it, or they strap it to the inside of your thigh. And it's weird. You feel like you've got you feel like you're smuggling like a gun. Like you're packing.
Like you're packing. So what you're saying is acting's just like being pregnant, right? It's like...
Yeah, because I would be, if I was pregnant, I would be packing.
I never thought it was glam. I didn't understand anything about this business, and there's been the only glamorous part of this business is literally driving from after getting ready to go to the premiere when you're in the car and you have to get a little sip of champagne. You're like, isn't this glamorous?
I think the waiting around, because I come from the theater, so it was just you're on stage, here you go. And coming into the television film world, it's just like you're there long hours and just you work half of it probably. It's a lot of sitting around.
That's a daily thing.
Really?
The daily humiliation of being an actor. I'd say that.
Well, I thought that, you get to be funny or whatever, and I just didn't know that it's hard to be funny at 5 in the morning.
Yeah.
And so I didn't know how early all of it was, and then you're done really early, and I was like, oh,
you have to be naked in front of a lot of people too. That's always not interesting for me.
I've had less of that. There's slightly less interest in me naked than her naked. Slightly less.
Yeah, but I've seen you in a Speedo. Do you know what I mean? Like, it gets there.
That wasn't great.
You gotta get there.
That wasn't a real fun time for me.
I enjoyed it immensely.
Breast is best. Yes!
I was breastfed myself till I was 6, and look how good I turned out.
Look at her. She's wearing 6-inch heels.
Oh, she's like a magical pregnancy unicorn.
What to expect when you're expecting. I look at houses with Holly, but we're not buying one.
Bro, when your wife says you're just looking at houses, you're buying a house.
No, I'm not.
Oh, yes, you are.
I'm not buying a house.
Oh, check your receipts.
Welcome to escrow, bitch.